Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now guys, it's some damn bombshell news in the world of boxing, man. Bombshell news, and this is the kind of stuff is the reason why I'm still on here talking about boxing, because of things that are this significant in the world of boxing. A boxing hero of mine, a Negro League fighter, one that we've called #1 pound for pound, right? 3 division champion, been undisputed before. You know, baddest dude out here really is Terence Bud Crawford. Now, Terence Bud Crawford, and everybody probably know by now, by the time you've seen me, it's been a few hours since this news broke. But Terence Crawford is suing his former promoter Bob Arum for racism and other things, but racism is what I'm focusing on, right? And that's a good thing. It's a damn good thing that he's doing that, and it's imperative that he does that. This is some pioneer type stuff, right? This is important that this is done, right? Because we've been talking about this a long time. Everybody knows I call certain fighters Negro League fighters, and Terence Crawford is one of them. And what I mean by Negro League fighters are fighters just like Negro League baseball, you know, with some fighters that's just as good or better than the ones that keep telling us that are the best. Just like them brothers back in the day were as good or better than the people that was playing the Major League Baseball, but they didn't get an opportunity to participate. That's what it is, and we still have that to today. Right, in boxing, Terence Crawford is obviously the best fighter, but we keep calling Canelo Alvarez, Lomachenko, or somebody else. Right, Lomachenko was 1.5 weight divisions away from Terence Crawford, and he said it's suicide to go fight him. That was his words. I ain't going to suicide messing with Terence Crawford. That's Lomachenko, the best we've ever seen. But this is very, very important that this has happened, guys, because he needed to sue Bob Arum. And I want to say this too. Bob Arum ain't the worst racist out there. You know, the racism that's going on is systematic. It's through the media and networks. We saw how HBO was acting for years. And it's systematic with the media. The media won't, you know, they won't say things that they know that they're supposed to say. They're hiding stuff. They won't, you know, they've been doing this for a while. So I really don't have to talk about it, because anybody who's been here more than 3 times have heard stuff that knows damn well what I'm talking about. But it's good. Now, I read one article earlier when I had a little time. I read one article, and the title was Bud Crawford's vile accusations of racism against Bob Arum. You know, vile. You know, that's wicked, nasty, you know what I'm saying, vulgar. That's what vile is, right? So that's how they're going to title the argument, like he ain't got a point here. We do know that Bob Arum has NBFs, no black fighters, on his chalkboard, right? So the bottom line is this, because it gets away from the people in the internet and the racism people. When you take this to a judge, right, that can filter through all this stuff, it's going to be some questions coming up, and it is what it is. Now, when it comes to Bob Arum, you know, we were back when he was saying that Terence Crawford cost him money and stuff like that. You know, he can't sell the man. I told you why, because Terence Crawford is a black fighter who's not going to lose against a fighter that is not of color anytime soon, right? And, you know, so if you take that back 5 years ago, that's what the problem is. You got to have somebody who they think is going to beat this brother, because that's why a lot of people go to the fights, and you see them, they never are going for the brother, ever. Right? Because they want to see him get his ass whooped. So that's what you're going for. That's why they said Floyd Mayweather's fight against Pacquiao was boring, because it just didn't happen what they were looking for the fight for. So we just ignored all that intelligent boxing that Floyd Mayweather did, neutralizing Manny Pacquiao, the second best fighter of all time. Let them tell it, right? So he got neutralized. That was an awesome effort. But no, we better call it boring, right? So this is what we're dealing with. So yeah, this vile, you know, accusations of racism when you obviously can't, you know, let the man fight against Pacquiao or anyone else. But listen, I'm going to be fair. My opinion of Bob Arum and the Manny Pacquiao situation with Bud Crawford might be a little bit different than others. Yeah, is Bob Arum in the way? Yes. But when a person comes out on open media, you know, the most, you know, important media outlets and TV and whatever, and radio stations, and says that Manny Pacquiao, he don't want Manny Pacquiao to get hurt messing around with Bud Crawford on several occasions, I think that's him trying to get the fight. Because what's supposed to happen with the second best fighter of all time is like, who the hell is in or around my division that you saying I'm about to get hurt from? That's what I think he was expecting, because he probably talked to Pacquiao behind closed doors, uh, your boy Oscar De La Hoya talked to Canelo. Hey man, you're gonna have to fight Charlo and Andre, dude, and then let the argument start. But I'm pretty sure Bob Arum talked about Pacquiao. Look, man, dude, Terence Crawford is coming up, man. He's good. And Pacquiao told him no. So we went out and said, Pacquiao, I don't want him to get hurt, thinking that Pacquiao was going to probably say, well, who are you talking to? I'm Manny damn Pacquiao. You better get the hell out of here. I'm about to sign the contract. But that didn't happen either, right? So whatever, it's clever. It's good that we got this damn lawsuit out, because I would like it to get in the hands of a judge. And listen, y'all, I don't care about nothing else in the lawsuit, right? I don't care about the breach of contract or nothing. It's about filing the lawsuit. I don't even care if he wins the lawsuit or not. It's about filing it. That some people, arbitrary people, some honorable people, could possibly look at what's going on and make these people who are doing this all the time have some repercussions, which we always talk about, right? Some repercussions for things that they are doing. There are never consequences for stuff. And this would be, because it'll be embarrassing. Why did you do this and why did you do that, right? Because listen, boxing just refusing to make black stars. Okay, the American refusing. We got them. I call them the Negro Leagues. All those boys are ridiculous. And if they lived anywhere else, they'd be mega stars in any country, especially Europe somewhere, or South America, or wherever, Asia. They would be top-notch stars. But they're just Americans, black dudes. Oh, they're good anyway. We ain't gonna give them no damn props. You know what I'm saying? That's all this is. It's like anything else. That's why, don't get me started. NBA. Y'all think it ain't happening in NBA, but go watch NBA now. Everybody's shooting three-point shots. Anybody that can't shoot threes is all of a sudden not good. It's a reason behind that too, guys. But anyway, so that's what's happening. And I'm very, very happy, because at the end of the day, when you're not telling the people who the very best fighters are and you're letting guys avoid them, then you're definitely destroying the financial possibilities of these fighters too, which is also something. So I am glad that judges are getting this info, right? I am super glad that they're getting this info, and I know y'all was probably waiting on me to say something about it, because y'all know I talk about this pretty much all the time in boxing, because that's what the problem is. So it's good. Let's see what happens with the lawsuit. I don't really give a damn. He's filing a lawsuit. It's going to open up the floodgates for others who should. Listen, when I talk Negro League fighters, pretty much 80% of them would have a lawsuit of some sort. If we start with Deontay Wilder, what was I talking about the whole time with him and Tyson Fury? I didn't really want to see no more fighting. I would like to see some consequences for Tyson Fury. I would like to see a judge look at those gloves, a judge look at his past with Martin Carefoot and the doping and the lying and the whatever else, and the prior fights with Christian Hammer or Cunningham, Steve Cunningham, or anybody, McDermott, right? That those people would have to come in and testify under oath, right? That's the kind of stuff I'm trying to see, right? So I wasn't really interested in Deontay Wilder fighting him no more until that happens. And then once a judge says, hey man, we done seen some stuff, then, right? But it doesn't. We just ignore it. And then people don't give a damn, because it's just Deontay Wilder getting beat. That is more important than somebody having consequences for their actions. So Deontay Wilder could have one. Shit, Luis Ortiz, the chairman, Negro League, he could have did something. Lawsuit probably. I can't tell you which one right now, but the fact that he's in boxing for so long, right, 8, 9, 10 years, and just can't get no fights, and nobody's forced to fight him, it's probably a lawsuit in there, right? And if you push me, I'll come up with one, but not right now. Bottom line is, who else? Demetrius Andrade, right? Lawsuit. Why the hell y'all won't tell Canelo he should fight me for undisputed, right? Why? Why for undisputed? And then you keep calling him better than me for all that. Why you want, when I was the champion at 154, trying to get my mandatory to fight me against Canelo Alvarez, y'all didn't force him to fight me, right? And then I can't get no fights, and I'm screaming for him, and then you guys let him fight Liam Smith as soon as you strip me. Lawsuit. And it's more. But I ain't going to even get into them. Everybody, I'm just saying, somebody from every Negro League fighter, or damn near, has a right to a lawsuit with these boys. What about Jamal Charlo? He had 3 interim fights slash eliminator fights to be Canelo's mandatory. It was Canelo's mandatory for what, a year and a half, 2, right? But when they couldn't make him fight no more eliminator slash what do you call them fights? Eliminator or I forget or interim fights, right? Then you're supposed to get the man, and that was Canelo. So what did we do? We make a franchise title, WBC president, who I always say needs to be under investigation. That's a lawsuit there. You should have stripped Canelo. You ain't the champion no more if you ain't fighting this guy. But they won't do that. It's a lawsuit, right? Jamel Charlo. Damn it, I got 3 belts in the 154-pound division. I can't see the pound for pound. Lawsuit versus whoever's making the pound for pound list, and they don't have Jamel Charlo's name in there. There's people with not even, 2 losses, ain't champions no more in there. Dude with 3 belts trying to get the other one ain't even in there. Won't even see it. So damn lawsuit if you ask me. Shoot, and Bud Crawford going down to welterweight is to have a lawsuit right now. Right? So there you have his lawsuit. Going to Devin Haney. Devin Haney should have about 4 lawsuits. Got a mandatory and Ryan Garcia, who they won't force to fight him, but still mention his name, lawsuit. Jojo Diaz, but at least he did fight him, so no lawsuit there. But just the fact that the media wouldn't say nothing forced Jojo Diaz to fight him, right? Lawsuit. Should have the WBC president coming with the franchise title, giving it to Lomachenko, and now trying to tell him the normal championship title belt that he has don't matter. We got it in the email. You know why? Because the dude didn't come fight him, right? That's just an ignorant, racist thing to say, that he got it in the email. That's racist because racists are going to be, they don't care why. End of the discussion is, why would this 20-year-old, somebody come fight him, right? Just simple as that. Whether you think he's good or bad, I'm a champion. And I'm young, and what the hell is going on? And you're going to get the most money fighting me. Lawsuits all over the place. WBC president and anybody else. And they should have forced Teofimo Lopez for the media to call Teofimo Lopez undisputed, knowing that we have a new belt that no one knows nothing about. Right? Lawsuits against anybody who says that Teofimo Lopez is undisputed or that Kambosos is undisputed. Lawsuits. Guillermo Rigondeaux had lawsuits all over the damn place. When he beat your boy Nonito Donaire back when Nonito Donaire was number 3 pound for pound. Beat the hell out of Donaire. Should have been a megastar. They were just able to call him boring. Damn lawsuit. Lawsuit right there against anybody. His last fight against Casemiro, beat him. Made him look amateuresque. Everybody comes in and I remember Casemiro's promoter when he was in there. Casemiro was trying to talk. He was just sweating. He had to hurry up and say something real quick so he could make sure that the narrative is this guy ran the whole time. As a 42-year-old dude that boxed rings around your boy who was champion. And now no one's talking about Rigondeaux. Lawsuits. So the point is, back to Bud Crawford, what he is doing is pioneer type things, and it should be acknowledged, and it's time that you get lawsuits. All we're asking here, for those who just see a black guy complaining, all we're asking here is for this to become a sport. Where the best fight the best at the end, and then at the end we know who the best is. Like every other sport we watch, that somebody's not in charge who's just cheating. Right? That's all we're asking for. So a lawsuit is probably the quickest way to get there, to make sure that people stop acting the hell up. Are y'all getting that? Doma Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.